Nowadays, we see these entrepreneur, or I guess you could say gurus online, talking about passive income and how it can change your life. They sell you the idea of being on a beach somewhere, on an island, traveling, whatever, right? But here's something that they won't tell you. Maybe they're making good passive income in their own ways, but they're most likely just trying to get money from you. Like, that's the truth. I've fallen into that trap before, and that's okay, right? If you just look up online how to make passive income, you'll see normal things like peer-to-peer lending, stock dividends, a bunch of boring stuff, right? Basically, the only real ways to make passive income is through having probably a YouTube channel, blog, real estate, and it's not really passive, but more like compounding stock investments. There's some very well-known businessmen making $500,000 a month, or I think, yeah, $500,000 a month in passive income. But that's because they worked so hard on their business, right? Basically, if you're making a passive income stream, no matter what it is, if it does not require either a lot of capital or very hard work, 9 out of 10 times or 99 out of 100 times, it's going to fall if it's not based off of those two things. Make sure everything that you do has to do with truth and justice. Anything that does not have any truth and justice will fall. It will just fall. That's what Think and Grow Rich says, and it's very true stuff. Just look at our history. My advice to you would be just avoid those people, the people who have Instagram ads and stuff like that, like, hey, look at my Shopify store, I made $2. Like, I just saw this guy, he was selling a course that his Shopify store made $2 million in revenue. That's good numbers, right? But he said that he only made like 3% of that or 5% of that, which is like 50 grand in a year. Good results, right? For, I guess you could say a starting entrepreneur, especially with that kind of revenue. But profit margins aren't that good. It's probably not someone I would like to learn from. So if that's something you would like to do, follow him, but my advice is find leaders, find someone that you respect, look at what they do for a living. If it's something you want to do, follow them. Yes, making money through passive income is possible, whether it's the methods that you see these gurus making online, or if it's something you just type into Google, it's definitely possible, right? Just make sure you do you. I'd say, look at the leaders, the other advice that I just gave you. And if I had to give my opinion on the best form of passive income, it would honestly be real estate, because real estate is here to stay, although it does require some capital or a lot of capital, I think it's less risky and I guess long-term wealth, if you look at it that way. But that's my 2 cents. Hopefully you guys do great. Let me know if you're onto something interesting. I would definitely love to check it out. And if you haven't yet, check out my website. If you haven't yet, just check out my website. Join my email list. I will give you free information on what I'm doing, how to get started, and I will definitely update you guys more on some great content, right? Because that's something I give out, honest content. That's something I believe more people should do. Maybe I'm not the best person to listen to simply because I don't have the results that I want yet, or probably that you want. But definitely, I'll definitely give out people, or I'll definitely give out to you guys the people that I recommend listening to. Number one would be Grant Cardone. He's awesome. He's what made me basically the most amount of money, I guess you could say, with his own advice. With his advice, not with what he's doing. His advice. Very powerful stuff. That's my number one recommendation, and I will definitely give you guys more. I will give out more content. I just want the best for everybody listening. So take care. Spread positivity. Be happy. Thank you guys for tuning in, and let's do it.